Hello everyone, Hachadino over here, and today we are going to do an update. It's not going to be a full-on guide like before, because sadly I haven't had a lot of time to change things, and the mainframe of the build has not changed much. I still don't have the wind serpent thingy online, and I'm still using a lot of things. I had bought two very important things, being my weapon and my helmet. I'm going to talk about them a little bit later, but let's say how the build has been going. It's going now very well. It's still quite squishy because I haven't changed my chest armor, and my rings and gloves are kind of whatever. But I do have the only unique that I will be using, kind of. That it's the boots. Remember the power thread ones? They are kind of good. And now uh, you can see a little bit of gameplay in the background. It's nothing crazy, just some tier 10 to 13 that I've been doing now while leveling the Atlas thingy. Also have done some unique maps. They are quite easy because I have done them like super high level thingies. Of course, I mainly will play now with evasion for now. Eventually the idea is to go into more evasion, energy shield type of things, and go things to get more survivability, because right now I only have like 1900 life and something like that. As you might expect, it's not that good. So after that kind of gameplay, do remember that because we don't have attack speed on our weapon, and I still don't have the cool super gloves with a lot of attack speed, it's not a super riveting gameplay. And also I don't generate that many charges yet, because I'm mainly using combat frenzy and sniper's mark, and those have been nerfed quite a bit. So there is not a lot of flickering going on a lot of mobs. I mainly clear with Bell and Ice Strike, and sometimes I pop my volatility with Will and Slash. That will change eventually, but as you can see here, we can get up to 100 and something volatility while clearing. That helps a lot. Now that is one thing, and now I'm going to show another thing. This is a very fast clip of a tier 13 boss with some extra resistances. And our damage is kind of overkill for it. You might see here that I don't even have not a lot. Yeah, I don't even have all of my power charges when I do flicker, and he just dies into hits. I still have 6 more hits to give. Of course, this is also without the Garukan's super combo thingy. Also, so there is a lot to gain. Now into the game itself, we are still going in as Chayula. As you might know, this is a cool thing that we do. I still haven't done my third Ascendancy because I'm lazy, but should not be hard to do the fourth them. My idea is to get a Choice of Power with Lucid Dreaming. All of the Chayula thingies are purple. That will help me mainly on bosses, because on clearing, actually, the mana and health ones are kind of useful. And then I will try unraveling for a while, and depending on how it goes, I will get instead Grasp of the Void or Sap of Nightmares. I've been hearing cool things about Grasp of the Void, especially if you have a lot of plus level to skills. It seems that it hits quite hard, because I will have this like level 20 something, and I may be able to put also the catharsis thingy to get that going, and also explosions, because it's physical damage. It's also going to do a lot of things. Now, of course, we will see that in the future. But for now, this is the tree that I have right now. Not much has changed. I only have leveled a little bit. I'm like the 81, I think. Yes. And I also have some ideas of, instead of getting these points, getting these ones with critical strike chance against blinded enemies. Also, blind effect is very strong because our evasion that will be higher, of course, in the future will have a lot of those. Now, this Timeless Ruby doing a lot of carrying. We get +1 rage melee hit. Remember to get one of these. Medium is ideal because we hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, eventually 8 nodes. Maybe 9 if I get this. I may get this, but I'm not 100% sure. My idea now is to go and get this one, to get cooked. And also catalysis, get the charms that give us cool things. And maybe we get some reduced potency of slows because they are super omega annoying. Temporal chains and shield drown are one of the reasons people are kind of annoyed with those. For the main idea, I also expect to get my spear in the next video, maybe, or not. Can't promise anything. Then we will use the weapon sets for, this would be for my quarter staff, and then get maybe more crit or other things for the spear itself. Now, as you might know, subterfuge mask, I allocated this point because now I do have an actual helmet. I can do some cool things with this helmet because remember that you can use perfect essences to kind of fix suffixes if they are full, but I may lose my crit, and I kind of like the crit, but just in case you can do that, remember, I may use that to fix my ring, and I have to buy another ring. And same thing with this belt. I did kind of unveil the reduced slow in potency. That is good. My silver charm also helps. Now there is the Balakos Roar and the other one that gives frenzy or power charges. That is very useful. And this is the weapon that I bought. That is very decent. You want to get something like this, as much physical as possible, critical hit, extra to melee hits, and critical damage bonus. You can kind of craft this also, but buying right now it's a little bit cheaper. Of course, if you craft it, it's going to be way better. For example, here there is one prefix that is kind of first. It has only hybrid and percentage. If you manage to get that prefix first, it will help a lot, but that's for another time. These are still the same gloves that I had, and this is the super ghetto chest also with some resistances and the amulet. My idea now is to change the amulet. Remember, we do want to use custom crit eventually, but right now I can't, to get at least 30 or 40 spirit on my amulet, and also get more spirit on my chest and get on set rings. That way I can use custom crit and I still use charge regulation. This is very strong. We are generating all 3 charges, and even when I take my resonance off, we will generate endurances from armor break, frenzies from combat frenzy, and sniper's mark. Remember that you can't put a sniper's mark in custom crit, but you can put other things. I'm going to use custom crit more to proc volatility with something like ball lightning or other spells that hit a lot. My ice strike hasn't changed. Practice combo, volatility, ice bite, and crescendo 3 for ancestral boost. My flicker strike is the same thing. I do need to change to the Garukan thingy, but I'm very lazy. We'll be using it instead of inevitable strike or with the perfect slot. I haven't bought any perfect ones, but they are going down super fast. Yeah, they are now down to 37 exalteds instead of sub divines. So that is something that you can do for not super pricey things. By the way, this helmet was like 40 exalteds, and this was actually like some divines, like 2 or 3 I think, but it was yesterday. Now today, or in when the video comes up, it's going to be a little bit cheaper to one of these. But of course, the most important are a lot of physical DPS, extra melee skills, and the damage bonus. You want to also get the critical hit chance, but you can get more critical hit chance somewhere, so it doesn't need to be like a super high roll. The it being 2% or something is fine. Now, of course, this I will try and see if whittling is going to hit the accuracy, and then try to get flat on here, but I can't promise anything. And the gameplay itself has not changed, as you can see in the beginning of the video. We are going to build combo, put the bell. When we freeze the bell, we get some power charges. We put our charge staff, does a lot of things for us. It also blinds enemies and gives us volatility. Same thing with our bell, also gives us volatility. Right now it's giving me frenzies because it's converting the endurances to frenzy. So we get that, and I also get endurances from the eyelids chimes. You do want to get these eyelids chimes in mantra and also in the tempest bell. I will be using it instead of pinpoint critical, but right now I don't really need to do that because I already have enough endurances. There's also a little trick that you can do, you didn't know. You can put in your quarterstaff strike a culmination and also the eyelid chimes, and you can get like 100 combo thingies, and just hit once. Even if you hit the air, it's going to spend the combo, and you will get full power charges. Right now it doesn't help me a lot because I'm still converting from the charges themselves, but that's kind of a cool little combo. Otherwise, having the the chimes in Mount of Destruction and Tempest Belt helps. You can also do the Tempest Belt with delayed gratification. It makes it so it's 10 combo instead of 4, and you can pop 2 bells one on top of each other. That's a ton of damage because, for example, if you do the Whirling Assault on it, you are going to hit all of the Whirling Assault hits and also the copies from Ancestral Hall. These are kind of useful. This is what I use for Catharsis right now. Eventually, I will change my Catharsis also to the Quarterstaff Strike, kind of to be like a super builder with chimes and Catharsis. When we generate a lot more volatility, we can get our power charges and also pop some volatility on that, and it frees a skill slot to get Infernal Cry. Remember, Infernal Cry was still a very good thing. We do need to have a low level one because I don't have a lot of strength. I will get like a level 7 or 9. And also there's a very good support, the one that makes it so you can use rage instead of endurance charges to reset the cooldown. That plus the one that gives you rage when you Warcry. And because I have so much rage on hit, I will have Infernal Cry quite often when I'm doing cool things. And they change it so now it does more hits per power, so you can get maybe 5 hits. So that is very good. Now that is almost everything that I wanted to say, kind of an update on things. As you can see, I'm still not super durable, but we will get there in time. What I recommend to upgrade first as you are going into maps and things like that, well, I was going from yellow to reds and things like that. get a good helmet with that extra subterfuge mask, a good body armor if possible. I'm very lazy, but you can get one for like 10 exaltats or 12 that has a lot of evasion and maybe health. And remember that you can do the perfect trick. If you know what the perfect trick is where it is. Sorry, the greater. You can get a magic one and then just slam the extra resistances. And that way you get that mod. Same thing with other things. You can get the reduced critical damage bonus on the chest, and that helps a lot. So that's everything. Have a nice day, and I will see you on the next video.